Hey guys, so I just finished recording episode 3, and as I was rewatching the film, I didn't realize at the time how low cut my shirt was. My apologies. Quite frankly, I don't think I know how to dress up anymore. Literally on a weekly basis, this is the only time I wear actual clothes, and then after the shoot, I'm back in gym clothes. So sorry about that. Enjoy the episode. Let me know what y'all think, and thank you so much as always. Bye guys. What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to Ching with Ming, where my whole goal is to help you master your money. Guys, we are in episode 3 of Ladder to Financial Freedom today, and today we're going to talk about where to put your personal profits first, and that is your emergency fund. Before we start, I really want you guys to reflect on where, when, how, and who taught you about your current money habits you have today. If you're like me and like most people, this was really learned behavior from your community, right? From your parents, from your siblings, from your mentors. It wasn't really taught to you in school. I personally had a great public school education. Shout out Newark Public Schools. Shout out Rutgers University. But I was never taught this critical life skill of money management until I put myself in a personal finance course in college, and I think my sophomore year. And I think that's part of the reason why, Americans have over $1 trillion in credit card debt, and why Americans have over $1 trillion in car debt. And, I'm here to try to break that cycle, right? Because that is a vicious cycle to be in. For this episode, I'm going to assume 2 things. 1, you have a clear understanding of your money equation, meaning you know how much you're pulling in on a monthly basis, and you know how much you're burning on a monthly basis. And 2, I'm going to assume that you are in the black, meaning every month you are spending less than you make and you have extra money set aside. So that being said, let's jump into the episode. For the emergency fund, I will be using 2 analogies to kind of explain it, right? The first analogy is a parachute. So answer this question. Would you ever go skydiving without a parachute on? Personally, I would never go skydiving. I'm afraid of heights. But hopefully everyone who likes to jump out of a plane will like to say, hey, I would like a life-saving mechanism, right? So just as a parachute will gently glide you down to earth, a emergency fund will help cushion your fall. Guys, this is where I have some good news and some bad news. So the bad news is your emergency fund is not an investment vehicle, meaning it will not make you money. The good news is your emergency fund is an insurance policy for the investment vehicles you do have in your life. What do I mean by that? So let's say you have a shock to your money, right? And you need money and you need it fast. Where are you gonna go? You have a few key places if you don't have a pool of cash setting to the side ready to help. 1, you will probably go into credit card debt. 2, if you have any retirement accounts, you might pull from that. 3, if you have any stocks, you might sell your positions. 4, if you have a home and you have equity, you might refinance or sell your home altogether. Quite frankly, all of these options suck and they are not good for your financial well-being. That's why an emergency fund is so critical. It's to protect you from doing these drastic measures. I'll give you guys a very, very personal example, and I'll be very vulnerable here. A year and a half ago, I lived back in New Jersey, my home state, for like 6 to 7 months. And I will not lie, guys, Jersey's high cost of living punched me in my mouth. This was the first time ever in my life that I was actually spending more than I made. And I was very systematically in the red every month by $300 to $500. And financially, it was a very trying time because my burn rate for cost of living went way high, but my income did not go up with it, right? So I was personally short every month $300 to $500. And I'll always remember this. I would go pick up my dry cleanings every Friday, right? And as a treat to myself, I would go to Panera, get a bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel. New Jersey, you know what's up. That is the breakfast of champions. But even that splurge of like $3 to $4 made me feel horrible because I knew it was money I didn't need to spend, and quite frankly, money I couldn't spend. but it was a pressure valve to let me kind of, just breathe for a little bit and enjoy the smaller things in life. Luckily, I had an emergency fund set to be able to cover, my shortcoming on a monthly basis. And luckily, I didn't have to sell any stocks or tap into, my retirement account to be able to cover my bases. And that is why, for me personally, on a very personal level, I champion having an emergency fund so much, because I understand the criticality of having it, because it truly saved my financial life. In terms of how much you need in your emergency fund, the pros will tell you 3 to 6 months of expenses. I'm here to tell you it's really person dependent. It's whatever makes you feel comfortable and being able to sleep well at night. So just like the definition of financial freedom, your emergency fund amount will be person dependent. And just like your money equation, your emergency fund will change as big life moments happen to you. Personally, for myself, I like to err on the side of caution and have a little bit more than 6 months of expenses saved up, just to be ultra safe. In terms of where to put your emergency fund, I highly suggest a high interest savings account. So just go on Google, type in high interest savings account, compare and contrast, find one that works for you. These high interest savings account typically pays you a little bit above 1% interest. So that is a lot more than the effective 0% interest that you get from a retail bank such as Wells Fargo or Bank of America. So when do you use your emergency fund? It's all in the name. An emergency. It's not used to go out with friends, not used for vacation or to splurge or anything like that. It is for unexpected life shocks to your money. So I'll give you another example. Right now, the world is dealing with a global pandemic, and it's a health crisis, by every stretch of the imagination. So on top of it being a pandemic, there's obviously serious economic ramifications to this, right? In the United States right now, there are plus or minus 40 million people who do not have a job right now. And that is horrible, right? If you do not have an emergency fund set, you have additional stressors, such as, hey, can I put food on the table? Or will my bills be paid? Will I have a roof over my head for my family and I, right? And all of these stressors will be deterring you from the main goal, which is staying safe, staying healthy, and ultimately staying alive. Again, another reason why I really champion having an emergency fund ready to help you. Guys, I would like to end this video with a personal finance fitness challenge. So I'm gonna assume you know where this is going. So 1, understand how much you need in your own emergency fund, right? Have a number and stick to it as your goal. Again, harping on the vision piece for another episode. Vision is super critical. 2, understand how fast you'll get there. So, if hey, I want $10,000 in the bank and I make $500 profit, that would mean, hey, currently at this rate, it would take me 20 months to get to my emergency fund goal, right? Can we get there any faster? Can we adjust your money equation so that you fund your emergency stash quicker? 3, as always, commit. This is the hardest and easiest piece. I know this will not be easy because I've done it and I'm still going through it. I'm personally trying to buff up my own emergency fund as we speak. So I know this is not easy, but I promise it is worth it. It'll help you sleep so much better at night. So please stick with it. And lastly, 4, check in on your progress, right? Make sure you're on track and course adjust as needed. So that's it for episode 3. Here's your too long didn't read. Today we talked about your emergency fund, AKA your money parachute, AKA your insurance policy. We talked about how much you need, where to put it, when to use it, so on and so forth. And as always, I end it with a personal finance fitness challenge. Guys, that's it for episode 3. As always, I hope you found this useful. In our next episode, we are going to be talking about debt. So we are getting to the heavier topics now. If you have any questions, drop a comment below or message me at Instagram at Ching with Ming. Let's continue to grow this community together. Thank you so much for the love and support thus far. It's truly appreciated. And as always, like, share, sub, comment, all that good YouTube stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. I'm not rich, but I plan to be. Let's go on this journey together. Take a sip of water real quick. Wait guys, before we start, y'all like this mug? Look at baby money showing me love. Damn, I just cussed. But now can we bleep that out? But look at this mug. I love this mug, guys. Thank you so much to Baby Money for always supporting me. Anyways, way too many monthly bases. Okay, try that again. Trying to be a health expert is hard too.